Hello, welcome to my channel or welcome back. My name is Alyssa and today I have a little nail talk video for you. So we are going to take this off of my nails and I'm going to put on this thermal nail polish that I have not used yet, but I am very excited to try it out. And so you're gonna get to watch me do that. And I'm just gonna kind of chat about, it's almost like a chatty get ready with me, but chatty do my nails with me. So if that sounds good to you, then please keep watching. So let me get my sleeves up and that kind of thing. Let me move things out of the way that you can't even see that are around. All right, so I just like to do a soaking method. I take a cotton ball, I pull it off into 5 pieces and then, be soaking it with my remover. This is my favorite remover. I tried going a cheaper route and doing something else and it was a bad move and I will not do that again. So let me go ahead and just do all of these. But yeah, and I will say my nails are, or not my nails, my hands are definitely dry and that kind of, ooh, I just splashed a bunch onto my thing here, but that's fine. That's why I kind of have this out. All right, let me close that up. Oh, but yeah, you might notice I did a little stamping. And we'll go ahead and zoom in, because why not? All right, so all I do is I kind of do this weird where I'm holding them between my nails so I can soak it off. But yeah, my nails are definitely, I keep saying nails, my hands are dry and I can blame it on winter and it definitely, they're worse then, but my hands are always kind of just old looking and like dry and wrinkled and all that. I think part of it is that I wash my hands a lot because I'm either, like prepping food things or then, I ate and I'm washing up after, or I'm using the bathroom, or I'm doing dishes, and I do dishes multiple times a day. I'm cooking and, touching raw ingredients that then I need to wash my hands after, I don't think laundry really does much for that because I'm not really, I'm not hand washing the things in general. But yeah, just, there are a lot of things with my hands. And then as far as, I can put moisturizer on, but it's not going to stay on very long because then, I'm just washing my hands again. So yeah, it's kind of a challenge with that, but it's fine. So, if it bothers you to see my hands like this, then, you can go ahead and click off and go watch someone else's video. I can just tell you that my hands have been like this for a while. So, what else? Well, I can say that this week, it started off a little hectic, but then it's ending more chill. And hopefully, the week's not done yet, so it could change. Let me start to see, oh yeah, this is doing well. All right, so now I can just kind of do this. And next week though, I'm still kind of almost feeling a little anxious because next week I'm supposed to have, I have so many things. So the first day on Monday I have the dentist and then I'm prepping clay for one of my kids' art classes. And then Tuesday is the monthly meeting that I have that's always multiple hours long. And then the next day is the clay lesson. And then there's a spelling bee in the evening. And I have to worry about doing, because the spelling bee is, I think it's at 5:30. And so then there's the awkwardness of we're going to be really hungry when we come home and want to do dinner. So I'll have to have something ready quickly. All right, I'm going to go ahead and pause this so I can kind of clean this area up and then I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. I washed this and so, it's still wet, but it's fine. Then I'll dry it or hang it up to dry after I'm done, but it doesn't bother me. So I'm going to put on my base coat and yeah, so, there's a whole spelling bee thing. Then I think the next day, the Thursday, I don't think I have anything yet, but that will be kind of then my day to catch up on things, so different chores that couldn't get done because of the other days, doing groceries probably that day, just whatever else. And then I'm also kind of thinking ahead because I'm trying to think. Yeah, the following week, yeah, the week right after, my mother-in-law is coming to visit for a couple weeks, and I need to make sure the house is ready for that. I just realized you probably didn't watch me put on this side at all. I'm sorry. I was watching my hands and not looking at the camera to see what was filming. All right, so just let it dry for a minute. And yeah, so I need to make sure the house is ready for that. So that's also going to be part of, the Thursday. And then the Friday I have more volunteering. And there's often just stuff that pops up during the week that, all of a sudden, oh, I need to go run this errand, or they need more help at school, or, things like that. So that's why I'm like, I need to be ready for all that. I'm just going to kind of shake this polish up. So, and I did test it out. This is a thermal, and I held it under some warm water to kind of see, and it did change. So we shall see how it goes on. But it is more of a jelly type of, finish here or style. So I'll probably have to do a couple layers. But I'm also thinking, because in this order, besides this nail polish, I'd also gotten a stamping nail polish and stamping tools and all that stuff. So that's what I'd had on my nails. I was just playing around over an existing manicure. And so I might then go back and do some stamping on top of this, not today or, within this video or anything. I'm just gonna move my polish over there. All right, now my hand can be over there. But yeah, I was just thinking, let myself kind of see how this nail polish is and then maybe jazz it up or whatever after. Oh, that's kind of cool. So it is actually working, because you can see like whenever it goes on, that's kind of like fresh, and then see that my nails are actually kind of warm right now. So it's more of this like see-through peachy type of thing. That's neat. And so that's why I was thinking that stamping could be kind of interesting with this. All right, now we're gonna do this hand. So I now have, let's see, I have this thermal, I have a blue, I have a purple, and the Many Moons one. And then I have, no, I think that's it. So what was that? Is that 4 that I have now? So I know people talk about how they go bad quickly, so I have been trying to make sure I got some over there, but it's fine. Just so you know, I don't do the, most perfect, amazing manicures, and I don't really care. I wear them for just several days at a time, if that, and then take them off and do something new. So I don't like to be fussed about it. All right. Oh, that's so cool. All right. I am going to do another layer just to see what happens. I think 2 might be perfect. So I am feeling a little bit in a rut. Thankfully, I'm not feeling like I need to buy all the things. It was funny, I was watching a video and someone was going on about this one lip product, and it sounded intriguing. But then it was really easy to remind myself, like, nope, I need to finish 2 lip products before I can get anything new. And, if I was going to replace something, it might actually be this one lipstick that I'm really close to finishing that I think I might be kind of sad if I don't have it in my collection. It's the Milani Naked one, color statement lipstick. And so I'm like, yeah, do I want to bring in something new and then not be able to have my Milani lipstick? I don't think so, at least not at this point. So, I would have to finish up more items. Oh, I'm sorry, I just shook the camera there. Or I knocked into it, I didn't shake it. That would be kind of weird while I'm doing my nails. Somehow I magically shook it. Nope. Oop, I'm getting stuff on me from my mat here. Oh no, it was dripping. We're fine, we're fine. I love this color. It is so happy. I feel like it's probably great for summer, but Honestly, I need summer colors and vibes in the winter too. So to me, like this will make me happy. Like sometimes winter, I want to look at makeup and nails that are like, really do feel wintry. But then other times, like, no, I need something that makes me think of warm, sunny days. So I feel like I alternate when I've been looking at my Instagram makeup looks and stuff, that I keep alternating between cool, and ethereal to warm, middle of summer vibes. So, what about you? Like, are you the same? Are you kind of sticking more with the seasonal, or do you mix it up? Or maybe you just do neutral all the time, which, no judgment for that. All right, the final nail. But yeah, I've been feeling a little bit almost overwhelmed, a little bit like, oh my gosh, how am I gonna get through all these makeup products that I have? So I just wanna say, if you're feeling the same way, just remember that it's a gradual thing, and doing stuff like having usage goals is definitely helpful. There's this one eyeshadow that I'm trying to hit pan in, and oh yeah, this looks so neat, I like it. I think there's just enough of the base. It's not fully skin colored looking, but it still kind of looks a little bit skin color. So, all right, we'll see once I put on my top coat then too. I'm just gonna give it a mid try. I did notice this when I had swatched it on my paper, because I have my little notebook where I have all the nail polishes swatched out, that it does dry to a matte finish. So, but it's still a little tacky. But yeah, if you, oh, sorry, I was talking about the one eyeshadow. So I'm trying to hit pan in it, and I will say that an issue I'm having is like, I don't know if it's ever gonna happen and all that, but then I remind myself that, that's why I didn't say, well, I have to hit pan before I move on to feel successful. I also just said to use 30 times. And 30 times still feels like a lot in a way, but it also feels like, okay, if I honestly can't get it in 30 uses, then I'm not going to feel so bad. Like that just means that, it's a really good value for that, some eyeshadows, some makeup products, you can just get more uses out of them. And, maybe then it's okay to not finish them up if that's how they are. And it's kind of like that with food and stuff sometimes too. When I'm getting, certain things from the store, like sometimes I have to get an ingredient that I might never actually finish up the whole thing before it would go bad, but I can't get it in like a smaller amount, or just maybe I did have plans to be able to use it up and things happen. So it's okay, and I do the best I can. Like sometimes I might use an ingredient in a different way, find a different recipe, just to mix it up. Like I had some leftover mozzarella cheese from making pizza, and I did have a plan to make more pizza, but that just hasn't happened. There's been other things. And so I just used some of it on my kids' sandwiches for tomorrow. And you know what? Maybe I'm not gonna finish all of it, but I still got the main use, like that initial time that I wanted of the cheese. And then, I can, it's just doing my best. So it's kind of the same thing with my eyeshadows and all that maybe I'm not gonna use them all the way up. Some I have, and some I never will. But if I'm using them, 30, 40, 50 times or something, and they're just still around and I did enjoy them for that time, then that's fine. And also sometimes you buy food that you try out and then it wasn't good. And you're like, oh, darn, it feels like a waste, but at least, I guess you tried it and you know not to get it again. So sometimes that happens with makeup too, that there's just that sunk cost and you gotta just move on from it. So that's what I'm, trying to remind myself as I'm feeling a little bit overwhelmed, or like this is never gonna happen, I can't do all this, that it's okay. So I feel like you're not able to see all the sparkle that I'm seeing necessarily. Just trying to zoom in a bit for you for that. But I am happy with this. It's simple, which is good because then I've got a training I'm doing tomorrow, which might mess up my nails. You know, it's fine if it does. And then, like I said, I might come back in and do some stamping over top of this. Just, you know, we'll see. But yeah, for now, they are going to be good to go. So I still got time, and I know like I've got like residue from this and all, but it's fine. I'm gonna be washing my hands and getting that all set, and I'm gonna put some cream on and maybe do some, you know, oil on my hands, because I do actually happen to have some time today. I did a whole bunch of chores and all yesterday, and so today is much more chill, so woohoo for me. And I also want to remind you to not save the special things for special occasions. Okay, like if you want to do something special, like make a cake. I made a cake today just because. Why not? Like, if it's fun, if you want to do it, if you want to wear that sparkly eyeshadow on a random Tuesday, and you know, why not? Now, if you have certain reasons that are like, oh, my work doesn't allow it, or you know, I don't know, like maybe wearing something, it makes you feel uncomfortable. But if it's that it would bring you joy and it's something easy and fun that you could just do, or even if it's not easy and just something that you find fun, do it. Put on the random nail polish, put on, you know, the random clothes that you might want to save for a special time, but why not wear them now? All right, I want to thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, then maybe you can do so. I'm trying to hit 500 by the end of this year. And until my next video, I hope you'll be doing well, and I'll see you then. Bye!